What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I have before me GFUEL. First things first, I've never actually tried GFUEL before, but most importantly, I don't even like caffeine. I don't drink coffee, I don't drink lemonade, I don't drink Monster or any energy drinks, and the reason I put lemonade in there is because I'm trying to show you guys that I'm not the type of person that really enjoys anything other than water. If I drink soda, it's like once a month, but GFUEL came to my attention because of their 100% natural endurance, energy, and focus factor that is so persuading to me, I would say. And of course, I'm also a gamer, so you know, anywhere and everywhere that I go, everyone is constantly talking about GFUEL, and so I guess I got to this point where I was like, I have to go try it. Hopefully it is tasty and it is not so different from you know, what each packet says, to the point that maybe I'll actually enjoy it. To start out, I actually bought a 10-pack of the most famous and most popular flavors, and throughout time I will be trying all of these. However, what's special about this video and the future ones to come, not only will I do a taste test of a flavor, but also I'm gonna do a test on how good GFUEL works. Does it actually make me focus? Does it actually give me energy? Will I feel shaky? Maybe. It has caffeine, so maybe I will feel shaky, especially since it'll be my first time. I have tried drinking coffee before and I didn't like the taste so much. I gave it up almost immediately. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the watermelon GFUEL packet, and today we will be testing my morning schedule. So right now it is currently 8:30 a.m. I'm gonna be drinking this watermelon tasting energy thing at 9 a.m. and I have to go to class at 10 a.m. By the way, there will be future tests over different parts of my day, so I will be testing out streaming and driving for long periods of time, and afternoon classes, and just a bunch of different tests. But for today's video, we're starting out with morning. Now, to make this as fair as possible, I reserved 2 days in which were very similar. So my Monday and Wednesday schedule are very, very similar regarding classes and what I do throughout the day. And I actually logged how I felt on Monday, and today, Wednesday, I will be trying out GFUEL and logging how I feel throughout the day. Let's start out with some facts. On Monday, I got 7 hours and 10 minutes of sleep. Last night, I slept for 7 hours and 40 minutes. So yes, there is a 30-minute difference of sleep. Hopefully that won't change much. And just to be clear about some things, I think regardless of sleep, sometimes I just get tired purely because of the content that is occurring in the class. Sometimes I just can't focus at all, and usually it doesn't even have to do with sleep. It just depends on the day. For me personally, I have gone to classes where I get, you know, very small amounts of hours of sleep, and I make it just okay. So like I said, I'm trying to make this as fair as possible, but now we have to do the moment of truth, and it is to eat, not to eat. Now it is time that I try out the watermelon flavor. Welcome to my kitchen, which is just this wall of my small dorm. Here, we will craft this. So first things first, we need cold water. I watched a very specific video on how to do this perfectly for best taste and basically best efficiency, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for best taste and best efficiency. So here in my dorm, we have a water filter so that the H2O is as high quality as it can possibly be. So gladly, I will fill this up to the 16-ounce mark. So for these little packets, you just pour the whole thing in. Basically just one serving so that you get to try out the taste before you commit to a whole tub. So I poured the whole thing in, and it's starting to look red in there. See, it's kind of scary because you think it's just gonna start like pouring out of somewhere. Probably really awkward. I'll just get back to you guys when I'm done shaking. It has turned 9 in the morning, and this is when we do the test, starting at 9 in the morning, see how we feel, and log it throughout the day. So I'm kind of scared about this, because if I don't like it, I'm gonna be really sad. Okay, here we go. This actually tastes like this tastes very good. This is actually very good. I I like the taste. I'm gonna shake it a little bit more because in the video I saw that it's supposed to like fizz up, but I don't know, maybe it did fizz up, but by the time I opened it, it was gone. No, it actually tastes very good. Oh, there we go, it's fizzy. I just needed that last shebang. So that's kind of what it looks like. It looks kind of pinkish in there. This tastes very good. It actually feels like I just ate a watermelon and now I just have like the aftertaste. And I don't know, it actually tastes very good. And it's not too strong either. It's like, it's right in the middle. It doesn't have too much water to the point where it just tastes like watery watermelon. But it's not too watermelon-y to the point where it's just watermelon and then it's like so strong that you're just like, oh, it's actually like right in the middle. So I really like this. I'll give it a 2 out of 2. I'm gonna try to drink about half, maybe like just a little bit more at the very least, so that I can get ready for class and we'll start logging everything, and I'll see you guys at the end of the day when all of the information has been retrieved. Well, it's the end of the day and now it's time for conclusion. This is Val, she's my roommate, and she also does YouTube, as well as we both have a channel called Val and Joe, so everything's gonna be down below if you want to check it out. Anyway, back to GFUEL. So what happened today? So some of the main differences that I have here logged, that I logged throughout the day here on my piece of paper, are basically in the prime times of when I drank the GFUEL. So at 10 a.m. I could really tell the focus factor from the whole GFUEL thing, because I was able to concentrate in my class a whole lot more, especially since it's one of those classes that I really don't like, political science, and I was actually able to listen and comprehend the information rather than just like hearing it and like writing it down. I was actually like understanding and following along with a professor, which happens like never, so that was a weird feeling. Then at 11 a.m. I felt the very harsh effects of caffeine. So I was shaking a lot, like my arms and my hands were shaking. I literally texted Val and I was mistyping everything because I was shaking so much, and especially as a person who doesn't ever drink caffeine, it was probably a little bit stronger on me. And then at 12 p.m. I was still shaking, but I was still able to listen to class, but writing things down, it was just a little weird. My hands were really shaky. But I think something that really affected how much it affected me is that I was very hungry and I didn't have any snacks, and I feel like if maybe I had a little bit more food, maybe the caffeine wouldn't have been so harsh. I don't know, not so different from last time, but I was able to focus on my homework a little bit better. And some extra points that I think are important to make is, number one, I had to pee so badly, and Val told me the very scientific way as to how that worked, but basically I needed to pee so badly and I couldn't hold it in, and then I go to the bathroom and it wasn't even like that much pee. I don't want to get too graphic, but it literally wasn't even that much pee. Then another point I think is important to make is the endurance factor of GFUEL is actually pretty darn good. Usually going from one class to another, or even coming from my dorm all the way to some class across campus, is really difficult because you gotta go uphill. And recently, I know it's February, but it's literally 70 degrees out, and so you just get tired, you're sweating, you're just like, frig, I don't want to do this. And I actually felt fine while going to class. I don't even know how to explain that. I guess I was able to endure. Val, say the word. Endure my strength, and I was actually able to go from my dorm all the way halfway through campus, which my campus is basically a straight line, so halfway is pretty far, in less than 10 minutes, which I've never done before, and I didn't even get tired. So I mean, I was sweating because obviously it's 70 degrees out, but I never feel that way, especially since this morning for breakfast I literally climbed up like 100 million stairs. Another very important point is that I was actually able to listen to one of my professors who was extremely quiet, and someone stole my seat in that class, so I don't get to sit at the very front anymore. I sit all the way in the back, which makes me so sad, and I'm gonna fight someone. But I was actually able to listen to him and like focus on the words that he was saying, and that hasn't really happened ever since my seat was stolen. I usually get really tired, and I know that in the comparison to last week it said that, you know, I was doing fine, but literally today, 1 week ago, I was falling asleep in class, and I was sitting at the front too. I was falling asleep and I couldn't listen because he just speaks so low, and it's basically, you just hear nothing, so you just want to fall asleep. And then of course I need to mention that the effects of the GFUEL only lasted 4 hours approx from what I could tell, because I did drink it at 9, and you know, I had these shaky up until 1, and then after that I just felt kind of normal, kind of the same way that I did on Monday, so it was very similar. So and that might be because I did basically chug the entire 16 ounces of G Fuel literally within an hour, because I mean, I read on the website that the effects of G Fuel start once you drink a serving, and so I thought drinking the whole thing would make it so that it starts, but I guess as you go, I don't know, okay? I'm very dumb. I don't even drink coffee, so I don't even know how these things work, but it lasted up to 4 hours, but it can last up to 6 hours. But I guess that kind of depends in the end on how you drink it, and I guess how much water you put in, and all these crazy things. And then my last point that I want to say is that I actually didn't really feel much of an energy factor. I only really could tell the endurance and the focus factor. Not to discredit the energy at all, because I'm sure I did get more energy. It just wasn't like noticeable. Maybe if I went to go work out or something, I'd be able to tell you, but I didn't work out. Yeah. So, you know, I was able to, you know, make it through pretty easily throughout the day. I was very scared doing this because, like I said, never drink caffeine. I thought I was gonna literally climb up walls, but I guess I'm kind of strong in that regard. I was just a little shaky. In the end, I would agree that G Fuel is very effective, and I think, at least from the ingredients that I see, I think it's probably a better alternative to any other energy drink that you see out there. And like I said, it's 100% natural. That's also what they say, and it's meant for so many different purposes. You can go work out, you can be doing esports, simply gaming, going about your day regularly. This could be an alternative to your daily coffee that's actually tasty, which actually I'm genuinely surprised that I like the taste. And I guess one point on the taste is maybe it's just the watermelon taste, but this taste lasted up until like an hour ago. I finished drinking it, I ate lunch, I ate goldfish, I chewed mint gum, and even after going through all of that, I could still taste the watermelon like in the back of my throat. Yeah, no, I don't taste it anymore right now, but it does last quite a bit for the taste. So I mean, watermelon isn't bad, so it wasn't something bad either. I am excited to try out the different flavors, and I'm excited to do different tests. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't, leave a like. Alright, peace out, y'all. Sunset high.